back. I believe this is the last live action Transformers. It is Rise of the Beasts. I know this was one that you have been pumped to see.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts going into this?
Pumped to see it because that means we're almost done. No, I'm playing. No, I'm actually excited just because I like Anthony Ramos, so I was excited to see it. I know you said you really enjoyed him in this movie, so I'm excited to see how he is. Intrigued to see the animal aspect of this. Obviously, I've already seen the whole like dinosaur knights and stuff like that. So seeing the ape that clearly, what's his name? His name is something Prime or whatever.
It's Optimus Primal.
Okay.
This was a big.
Wow. They really took a leap with that name, huh?
Yeah, this was actually very anticipated because this was the first live action appearance of the Maximals.
Right, I've heard that before.
The Maximals and the Predacons, they were the main Transformers for the Beast Wars cartoon, and then the Beast Machines cartoon,
right?
Which was very popular. It's very shittily animated. It's like the early 2000s 3D render, but it's very nostalgic for people. I never personally watched it, but I always thought, the existence of an Optimus Prime that turned into like a gorilla, I thought that was like dope as shit.
Right.
And the Megatron in the show is actually a T-Rex.
Okay.
Like he turns into a purple T-Rex. Okay. So that was really cool.
Yeah, I had known about the gorilla and stuff like that, and then when this was coming out, I'm a Fortnite fan, so when this was coming out, they did Optimus Primal skin, which everybody was going crazy over and stuff like that. But I know nothing about these. I know nothing. I haven't seen this movie. I do know about the tease at the end.
Yeah, because I feel like that's like the most shared clip from this movie.
Right, because in reality, that should be some really big news. If that actually does go anywhere or not, we don't know. But the idea of it is really cool, which I won't spoil it for anybody that... I mean, if you're watching this, I would imagine you've already seen the movie. But if not, go watch it with us and then come back and see the reaction. But, so yeah, I know about that. That's, from what I can recall, at least that's all I know is about the post-credit scene kind of thing. Yeah, I'm excited to get into this. I'm excited to be wrapping up here, really, because after this we just have Transformers 1 and the 80s movies. So yeah, and then we're gonna force Wyatt to watch Avatar and Twilight and all the other fun things that he doesn't want to watch.
That is on the to-do list.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do it.
All right, Autobots Transformer roll out.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my pants, putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a...
All right, so we just finished Transformers Rise of the Beasts. What are your thoughts, Kyle?
All right, so, man, I was actually really excited to watch this movie. I told you I'm really excited. We had to wait because you were busy yesterday and stuff, so I was really excited to see this movie. And turns out I had no reason to be excited to see this fucking movie at all. You might want to move your hand. You might be blocking the microphone.
Oh, shit, sorry.
There you go. Yeah, it turns out I had no reason to be excited to fucking watch this movie at all. I kind of wish I didn't watch this fucking movie. Man. Well, first, all right, let's start off first, right? What we were talking about before we started. I had already known about the G.I. Joe thing. So I want to ask you, when you went and saw this, you saw this in theaters, I would imagine.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters.
Was this a rumor was there a speculation that G.I. Joe would be coming into this, or?
It was a long-standing rumor from probably like Revenge of the Fallen, and everyone was just like, oh, well, they've done it in the comics before, so
okay.
I mean, they might, but like literally.
But like leading directly into this movie, you went on your Twitter.
I had no clue.
So when you were watching that scene, because also like you said, there's nothing that really is stand out about G.I. Joe until he flips over the business card that literally just says G.I. Joe. So when you were watching the scene, did you know what the fuck was going on, or were you genuinely...
I literally thought it was just Sector 7 from the other movies.
And when he flipped the thing over, what was your reaction when it said G.I. Joe on the business card?
I was like, oh, cool, okay. I'm ready for the sequel, and here we are 3 years later, and no sequel, and...
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, so again, I remember, I think I saw it on TikTok when the movie came out. It was, fucking Rise of the Beast post-credit scene or whatever, and I was like, Again, I'm not a Transformers guy, right? But anything like that, if it's a post-credit scene, I'm always intrigued, no matter what movie it is. I'm like, oh, let's see what this is. What's going on? So when I saw it, I was kind of mind-blown, like, oh, shit, because I also didn't really know that they did anything in the comics. I thought they were just taking two big things from the 80s and, like, crossing them over.
Yeah, so with the crossover with G.I. Joe and Transformers in the comics, that was actually they used that as a way to change Megatron's original alt form, because he was a gun in G1.
Right.
But they used the crossover with G.I. Joe, and the Decepticons were teaming up with Cobra, and they gave Megatron a tank alt mode.
Okay.
So Megatron has been a tank
Gotcha.
ever since.
Okay. So yeah, I thought the post-credit scene was cool, but like you said, 3 years later, and not only is there not a sequel, but there's not even
Yeah, I mean,
they're not even saying that there's a sequel in the works. It would seem.
yeah,
So,
we're getting.
I mean, I'm not locked in like that, but I feel like I would have seen on something. I'm not locked in on Transformers, but I'm in the nerd world, so I'm sure I would have seen, Rise of the Beast 2 or whatever is in active development. So I haven't seen.
Yeah, now we
anything
we supposedly have a Michael Bay movie with Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox coming back, but as we have stated several times in these videos in the past few weeks, don't know if Shia LaBeouf's still doing that.
Not sure about that one.
So,
but yeah. So outside of the post-credit scene, I just wanted to cover that first because I just wanted to know what was the consensus too for the Transformers community when that happened.
I think everyone thought it was kind of cool, but then it was also kind of like
They put it
there's no way there's no way they did this, right? So,
but yeah, the actual movie itself I thought sucked. Probably my least favorite Transformers movie. I'll be honest with you.
yeah, that's not ridiculous to say.
Yeah. When it comes to the Autobots, I feel like as I was watching this, I felt like, man, there's so few Autobots, but at the same time, there were movies where there are only like 4 Autobots. Like The Last Night only really focuses on like 4 Autobots, really, right? Outside of maybe Optimus and B. So I don't know, but it felt like here, it just felt like there's nobody. Maybe because in the other movies, even if it focuses, there's still a lot more. But even here, the ones that do pop up, like the guy with the glasses and the kind of like plane dude and stuff, they're in the movie for like 30 seconds. They have like 30 seconds of screen time. And even the people we have here, like obviously Optimus and Bumblebee are going to take the kind of the spotlight. And I thought they did a great job introducing, well, I don't know if they introduced, but Mirage being a kind of a more of a main character. But RC,
she's just there.
She's just there, and the other 2 are also just there, and they only are there for 30 seconds, like in the later half of the movie.
Not to mention the characters that literally got the namesake for the movie, the Maximals.
Right. So that was what I was going to also say, is that even with that, there was nothing. The person, I know Optimus Primal is supposed to be the main one here, right? But Airazor, I feel like was really the main character out of these. She gets most screen time and the most kind of development. The other 2 are also just there. The Rhino and the Cheetah.
Rhinox and Cheetah are very creative with the names.
Yeah, so. Man. They also are just there. I don't even know if they have any fucking voice lines outside of when they first roll up.
I don't think so.
So yeah, this is the whole thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe they did kind of a similar thing in the first Mark Wahlberg one, where they had the damn the
Dinobots.
The Dinobots roll up, because I feel like they also didn't get a ton of.
Well, the Dinobots they didn't speak. I mean, they speak in the G1 cartoon, but they didn't speak in Age of Extinction. So.
Right. But yeah, I felt like really dropped the ball with the character development. But at the same time, I will give them credit because Mirage does have a lot of like character. I don't want to say development, but he has a lot of character like time. He has a lot of screen time.
What'd you think of that exosuit?
Yeah, that was that. That might be my least favorite part of the whole movie. It looked horrible. It looked like a mix like between they obviously very Iron Man-esque. It looked very Iron Man-esque, but it looked like you've seen Dune or you haven't seen.
I haven't seen Dune yet. No.
All right, that'll be added to the list. It's the Dune movies.
I haven't seen Dune, but I have seen Transformers: Rise of the Beast at least 3 times now.
Right. There's a part in Dune. There's like I won't spoil it because we'll end up watching it at some point, but. There's like a flash forward to like a war, and there's a shot of Timothée Chalamet in like not a mech suit thing, but in like kind of a war suit.
Okay.
And they CGI'd his face, and it looks horrible. That's all I could think about when I saw Anthony Ramos in that suit. Yeah, this movie sucks, man. I'm just being honest. I was really looking forward to it. Maybe that's why I think it sucks so bad too, is because I was really looking forward to this movie.
Yeah, you told me you were really excited to see it, and I was like, do I burst this bubble or do I just let it ride?
But also, you couldn't even burst my bubble because you were also saying the Mark Wahlberg ones suck, but those are, both of them are really high on my list. So
yeah,
even if you would have said that, I would have been like, we'll see. But yeah, this movie sucked. Bumblebee dying. There was a lot of stuff too that I felt like was kind of predictable. Bumblebee dying. He died, and I instantly looked at you. I was like, yeah, he's coming back. Like there was no.
No, he's not.
There was no. Oh my gosh, I'm so heartbroken. My favorite Transformer just died. I literally was like, yeah, he's coming back. There's no way they're finishing a Transformers movie without him. And when he does come back,
he has an upgrade.
Right. I also said that. I said, and he's gonna come back with an upgrade because they need to sell more toys.
They got to move the merch, brother.
Right. But when he came back, in like the most over the top way, they had like the heaven's light shining on him, laying on a like a
It was a better raw energon. That's why he was revived.
right.
So
But when he rolls up and jumps out of the plane, that's the best scene in the whole movie. in
oh
my
yeah,
opinion.
absolutely. I gave me chills in theaters.
Yeah,
So.
that's a great scene. I do like, even though it's not something they harp on a lot. This is like you kind of alluded to it off camera to me a couple days ago. This is like a sequel to Bumblebee. This isn't
Yeah, it's more like a direct sequel to Bumblebee
right.
than
This
it is
isn't
to like anything else.
like Michael Bay verse kind of thing. This is a Bumblebee sequel because this Bumblebee is legitimately the same Bumblebee that was in the movie with Haley Steinfeld. And I looked at you and said that. I was like, he looks like that, the 2018 one or whatever, not the 2007
yeah.
version. So I like that they did that, maybe because Bumblebee was pretty highly praised by everybody. Everybody enjoys the movie, so maybe they were like...
And it still is kind of...
Right, I know
in the
it's all
Bayverse.
still technically connected.
That's why he's the Camaro. So
Right. Like, it's all loosely connected, which I would love to see how they would explain how Unicron is not Earth, but also is Earth at the same time. If they're still connected, that'd be interesting to figure out. But
they just never will explain it.
right. I mean, yeah, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. But yeah, I like that they did that, made that like a continuation. I like that they had a kind of reference of him saying, "I know a human was kind to you" and stuff. And we did the Haley Steinfeld, Charlie, yeah, they mentioned her. I don't like that they made Optimus hate humans here. I don't know if that's something, an adaptation that they made for this, or if that's something from a comic or a...
No, they just they had to give Optimus an arc for the movie, and they're like, yeah, let's give him the same arc as Age of Extinction, but without any of the motives from Age of Extinction for him to hate humans.
To me, in all those movies, obviously there's the one part where he kind of turns evil because he's being manipulated, right? In whatever movie that was, Age of Extinction, I think, or whatever. But other than that, Optimus's whole character is that, in all the other movies, Megatron's the one that says, kill the humans, fuck them. And his whole thing is, no, the humans are like the hope for, not the world, but the hope for the universe. They're the light. So then you're like, fuck the humans. I'm like, come on, dog. Man. That sucked.
There was actually a deleted scene that kind of went viral when this came out on Blu-ray and stuff. They had all the extras. The very first scene where Optimus comes up and he's like in the rain and he's like looking up at the beacon. They cut that because when he transformed and he was in like that field with all the buses, he literally killed a Decepticon. Like he's just like cold-hearted in this movie.
Yeah,
so.
I don't like that. His whole thing is that he's not cold-hearted. That he cares about the humans. He cares about everything. You know what I'm saying? He wants. Yeah. If they weren't even on Earth, if they went to another planet and there was another race that were kind and friendly, he would want to befriend them and protect them as well.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Right. Yes. That's the whole idea of Optimus Prime. So them doing this in this movie really, to me, makes it even worse because that's not Optimus Prime to me at all. Yeah. So, and you know what? I mean, me and Theo say this on the podcast, right? Sometimes if you watch something and Last Jedi, great example, stuff with Luke Skywalker. I don't mind it. I think it makes sense, right? Some people hated it. Now, obviously, you can't go and spread hate and all that stuff, but
au contraire, I can't.
To me, I go, that's just an adaptation of it. That's a take of it. You're free to not like that. Go watch Empire Strikes Back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure there's some Transformer fan that actually enjoys the fact that Optimus hates humans or something like that. So I won't spread hate in that sense. But for me, I'm never watching this movie again.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Like I literally told him like before I hit record on this when he handed me the phone, like. I bought this movie on Blu-ray, I think a few weeks after it was available, and I think I watched it, like half of it, and I just like put it down, and I was like, and then this is the first time I watched it since then. And like
looking at this menu screen,
this is a shitty menu screen.
Pretty bad. I could be wrong because I'm not a Transformers guy. I feel like this is just a render from the Bumblebee movie. I don't think they made a new render unless there's something new about.
Oh, they 100% use the same model from.
Well, yeah, I imagine, but like this photo was probably made in 2017 when they made that movie, and they were like, just put that in there.
Yeah, that's 100% just like the clip art and stuff.
Right.
So.
Because I feel like I've seen this photo for sure before regarding that movie. But yeah, not a fan of this movie. I'm probably never watching it again. But we are done with the live action Transformers movies. I've made it through. I've been having a fun time. I've liked the majority of them.
Until now.
Right. 3. I didn't really care for, and this one. Those are the only 2 I really didn't care for. We got 2 more left. We got Transformers 1 and we got the 80s movie.
Dude, so once we're done with the next 2, you said you're gonna rank them. You need to like rank them and just like post them without context on TikTok and just like put all the hashtags and stuff so people will see it and they're gonna see that you have 3 like really low.
Okay.
You're gonna get flamed.
And I have like the last night. The last night like and 2 or 3 or something like that.
Yeah, you're gonna You're gonna get. Like,
that's hilarious. So I've been posting. We're just kind of rambling, but every time I post these videos, I post the thumbnail with a screenshot of the actual YouTube video saying, "Hey, go watch this on my YouTube video." It's been kind of cool. It gets like 2 likes or whatever. But there has been a couple of people that I could tell they have Transformers profile pictures that liked it or comment saying they're gonna go check it out or something like that. So that's pretty cool. So I hope you guys are doing that. If you're in the Transformers community, don't flame me too much. These are my opinions on somebody who's watching majority of these movies for the first time.
Yes, we love the people in the trans community.
Yes. And yeah, I have no connection or any deep thought on these, so that's why I'm not raging over certain things. But this movie was hot ass. So I will take the Transformers community. I'll be on their side for that one at least, that this movie does fucking suck. But I would be intrigued if they do eventually go into the G.I. Joe crossover, if they bring back these characters and Anthony Ramos. I'll probably go see it. I'll be intrigued just for the idea of the crossover. But if you remove that and they were like, here's Rise of the Beast 2, yeah, I'm not going to see that fucking movie. I'm out, dog.
I'll probably see it just because I'm a little
right.
Transformers whore. But
I mean, that's what I would do for anything Star Wars or Marvel. Even if I have no care to see it, I'm going to go watch it anyways. So I can't blame you there. But yeah, this movie sucks. But I am intrigued. You did tell me the 80s movie you don't think I'm going to like, so I'm a little hesitant.
It's a mixed bag.
It seems from the
very cartoony.
Right, I was going to say from the like art and stuff, it seems a little campy, it seems a little cheesy. But I know Transformers 1 is beloved. Everybody loves it.
Oh, Transformers.
Movie, so
you're going to if you don't like Transformers 1, like that's
I'm excited to check that out. I know I've seen the scene of Optimus and Megatron, like, you know, Megatron turning on him and stuff. I've seen that scene, so I'm intrigued. I love a good story like that. So, yeah, only 2 movies left, and then we're gonna branch into some things that Wyatt hasn't seen.
Yeah. All right, cool. We'll be back with Transformers 1. So, Autobots transform and roll out.